All right. Just thought while we were here, if any of the press have got a few questions they might want to ask, we'd be very happy to answer them. Well, maybe very happy to answer them.
So this part of the program, we're gonna do a little press conference here for the members of the registered press who are here. We've got two of our contractors, Jay Klein and Rob Sharp, right over here, who have wireless microphones. And following the press conference, we'll have our parade of the pioneers with the Virgin astronauts, the future Virgin astronauts, over to the THF. So I think we have the press right up in this area here, and if we could go for our, what's that? If everybody could take your seat, it'll be much easier to recognize, and everybody will be able to hear the questions that you have to ask. So if everybody in the audience would take a seat, please. We'll try to bring some order to this event. And why don't we entertain our first question from the media? Any questions? That would be unusual not to have any questions. There's one right there. Renee Romo from the Albuquerque Journal.
Hello. What is the current best estimate about the start of flight operations from this location? Second question is, have you decided where you will locate the Virgin Galactic headquarters in New Mexico? And just to confirm, are you going to be on the first flight?
Okay, I think it's somewhere between 9 and 18 months. So we're just entering into the final stages of the test program. You saw the drop test in a couple of weeks ago, which went really well. Now we've got to do the rocket tests attached to the spaceship. And when that's finished, it'll move down here. Yes, I'll be. There will be a lot of test flights, and then I'll be on the first official flight. And then from then on, we'll start taking passengers up from here. And I can't remember what your last question was, but I think I think that we'll most likely be keeping our offices here initially.
Kathleen Koch with Astrocast.tv. Sir Richard Branson, you mentioned two different time frames, 9 and 18 months. What is the biggest hurdle that you have to overcome that will make the difference there?
It's just simply that if you're running a commercial spaceship program, you've got to offer return tickets, or else. And there's a few astronauts out there who agree with me on that point. Unless you're sending your mother-in-law, but that's another deal. So I think so we just want to be absolutely sure that we got the program right. So we're just giving ourselves the flexibility not to be rushed in any way.
Liz Courtney from Australia. Firstly, congratulations, Sir Richard. It's extraordinary to be here today. Can you tell us what is your expected daily schedule when you're fully operational? How many flights a day will you be looking to schedule out of here? Thank you.
I think initially it'll be, no more than sort of one a week. In times it'll get down. After a while, it'll get down to daily, and sometime in the future it could get as much as sort of three flights a day. Our initial pioneers have really helped fund this whole spaceship experience. If it hadn't been for them, we wouldn't be sitting here today. And they're paying $200,000 to go to space. But that will enable us in time to be able to bring the price down, so that instead of hopefully just maybe 500 or 1,000 people being able to go into space, we'll be able to get the price down to a level where your children hopefully will be able to go into space, and your grandchildren definitely would be able to go into space. So so we've got to be able to get the price down over the coming years.
Hi, Irene Klotz with Aviation Week and Reuters. will you wait until this Spaceship Two is flying and operational before work begins on any of the others that you have planned in the fleet?
Yes, I mean, I think we have actually just set up a whole unit in Mojave to start building future spacecraft, so work actually will commence on number 3 and number 4 before the final tests are done. Yeah, so to answer your question, no, we will be commencing work on the future spacecraft before, rather than waiting 18 months for this to be completely finished.